be done.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay, we'll combine the question. Some parents will wait for you.
So
You can carry on or wait for that.
we'll wait just
See that child.
Thank you so much for
Array-
all.
Okay. So let me, in the meanwhile, I'll finish this. What I learned yesterday, a small gathering. So we were welcoming the newcomers. So there were two newcomers. And retired అయిపోయాడు అంటే పెద్ద కంపెనీ నుంచి. Then he went abroad, he worked there, came back, he joined another company. That company is not that big. He introduced all that. నా సన్ యూఎస్లో ఉన్నాడు, ఇంకో సన్ ఫలానా ఉన్నాడు, నేను అమ్మతో ఉంటున్నాను అన్నాడు. ఐ సెడ్ దిస్ ఈస్ ది గ్రేటెస్ట్ లెర్నింగ్ ఫర్ మీ. అమ్మ మాతో ఉంటానండి. ఈ సెడ్ నేను అమ్మతో ఉంటున్నాను. సచ్ ఎ సీనియర్ పర్సన్. అంటే వాడు ఇంట్రొడక్షన్లో చెప్తున్నాడు, మేము అమ్మతో ఉంటామండి అన్నాడు. చాలామంది మా అమ్మ అతను ఉంటారు. So this is a learning. So HR lo is the advantage. HR means when you deal with people, you learn a lot. ఈ learning నేను చెప్పాను. Come back to your main topic. Finish it one. So first thing is many parents and students ask this question: why should we go for HR? That's it. Another in the corporate, some people say, should I continue in HR? The third is, some line manager says, sir, if I get an opportunity, should I come to HR? So 3 levels. One is choosing course. Should I study HR or make a career in HR? Another is, I have joined in HR, should I continue or change? Third is, non-HR people wanting to come to HR. For all 3, we have to give one answer. No? One answer. What does HR provide? What HR does? What is HR is working with people. So you create a climate, you make them competent, and you motivate them so that they will do their best. So that is HR. What is HR? Is you provide a nice, good climate of octave, and you continuously motivate people and make them competent so that they give their best. So this is the profession. So whatever she does, HR, you will see it comes under 3. Okay. Now the climate, this is the job of HR. Okay. Now why should I? This is the thing. Does it interest you? Then you should go. So what part of that interests you? You will always deal with people. That is interesting. Number 2, you are always helping people, making them competent, making them motivated, giving them climate, always. That's also very interesting. The third is, you will see people getting successful and doing what they're capable of doing. It's a great, so it's a good job, I like this job, okay? I'm dealing with people, I'm helping and making people succeed throughout my life. Throughout my life, I will have this experience of making others successful. If I like this, I should come to HR. Okay? Okay. So think, then only come. Now people say, okay, sir, topic is good, but in the organization, is it an important function? Yes.
Very much.
There are 2 reasons why it is important. Number 1 reason is, every manager has some people to deal with. Every manager has got some people to deal with. So to succeed, he has to deal with him well. So he will always needs my help. So I am important. So why HR is important? Because every manager needs my assistance. So that's why I am important. Number 2 is, any company, when it is fallen down, it wants to come out of it. That is survival. It wants to grow. It wants to change. And in all the 3 situations, it needs people. I want to do digitalization, I need people. I I want to do design thinking, I need people. I want to do a branch out, I need people. I have to change my strategy, I need people. Anything I want to do in the company, ultimately I need people. So this function will always remain important. Okay, two reasons. Third reason is, okay, there are many departments, they may not talk to each other. There is a logistics department and there is one account department. They may not interact. Similarly, there is a audit department. There is a collection department. May not. Whereas in HR is one department will interact with all departments. So that's an important aspect. Okay. So this is one. Okay. Then the next is, okay, this is always good. Okay, it is a subject I have understood, importance, but career-wise. So HR people are paid well. HR people go to the board levels. And there are many companies where HR people have become CEOs. Oh, I didn't know this. Give them examples. Starting from M.R.R. Nair to Santosh Mishra. You give as many examples as possible how HR people have gone to the board level and which HR people have become CEOs in the company. You should have this information to tell a young boy to choose a career in HR. Okay. Got it? Now you have chosen now. So I have told them what is HR. I told them HR is important. I also told that in HR you got a better career. Now to be successful in HR, what qualities you should have? So there are two buckets. One is you should know HR as a subject. How to do recruitment, how to do manpower planning, how to select, how to do salary, how to do motivational scheme, reward scheme, suggestion scheme, career planning, succession planning, promotions, policies, engagement, all that you should know. That is HR. That's called HR domain. No? Starting, no? So you got it, no? Yeah. So from the moment we are selecting him, want to select him till retirement, after retirement, all that you do, that you should know that subject well. What is happening, you should happen. More than that, there are certain behavioral competencies. If you have, you will be a better HR. This doesn't mean that other managers should not have this or do not have this. We are not saying. We are only saying if you are an HR, if you have this, you will succeed better. Number one is you like to deal with people. That means we call it interpersonal relationship. Do you have this? Number two, do you have empathy? Good empathy. Can you counsel people? Can you counsel people? Can you give and receive feedback? Can you give and receive feedback? If you have that skill, if an HR person, it will be good. You should have a service orientation. So most of the time, you are not selling, you are not producing, you are only serving. So you should have that service orientation. Number four, you like more than the numbers. You like feelings. You like feedback than the numbers. What do you enjoy? These are all behavior. You like somebody is feeling good, you enjoy. He feels good, he has sold 62. I feel good, oh, I was going through, you're happy, there are smiles on the face. So your parameter of success, you get satisfaction of doing these things. So you earn greater delight in others' success, then you will do well in HR. Because that's your job. You see that somebody, you are sending him to a course, he is getting promoted, he is growing. Many HR people do not go and do a course, but they will be sending others for courses. I have seen. Some HR people, they have not gone to IIM, but they have sent their senior team to IIM. So that orientation should be there.
Yeah.
If he succeeds, it will help the organization to go. They are put in change management. They change, they do change management. So that skill. So these are some of the behavioral things you should have. Then you will be a better HR person. So this is for a very how to choosing a career and all.
You want to have question for us?
Is okay? And go to the next level.
Questions are good. That's it.
No,
Anything,
sir.
yeah.
Actually, every HR having their own individual abilities, special abilities,
Yes.
and special capabilities they are having. Like not HR managers, HR professionals. So, what are the main important special characters should have? Being a HR manager
Okay.
to get into a HR professional.
One is the domain knowledge.
Okay.
This is one. Domain knowledge should be one, no? So you should know how to do selection, you do how to do manpower planning, you should know how to do a salary survey, you should know how to interview people, you should know,
Yes.
how to prepare a policy, how to communicate. These things you should know. That is the HR domain knowledge. That is one. The other one, suppose I have got two managers. Both know this, but I will prefer the other person. So the person who can communicate well, who listens, who empathizes, who can understand the feelings of people. So I will prefer that person in HR. If there are two people with equal domain competence, I will prefer this. An HR person who listens more, I will prefer him than talk more.
It's coachable.
Somebody can Michael Marta oh, she's good for HR. No. Does she or he listen? I will prefer that person for HR. Because వచ్చి అందరూ చెప్తారు ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది ఇది ఉంది వినే యాటిట్యూడ్ ఉండాలి. Because half the problem gets resolved if you listen. Some of the HR people think if I speak good English, I'll be good HR. No. Listening is good. So they want one example of listening. Then you will make a greater impact. This is one. Now, both are, suppose you got two people are equal now. This domain competence is equal, this behavioral known and general. Now I'll have to choose one more. Both are equal, I have to choose. Then I will see business orientation. This HR, both are same now. Now what is the distinguishing advantage? Business orientation. This HR understands business. This HR, commercial acumen is stronger. This HR, good at numbers. This HR, good in project management. So that's all business skills. This HR is more analytical. See, analytical was not a behavioral thing. So these are all, this is a business skill. So almost she can do the job of a line manager. So that business orientation will give you an edge. Give an edge. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Now you have reached a level that you've got 3 people, all are 3 are equal now. You can come to that level. So domain knowledge same, behavioral skill no, business. So I have to choose choose one. Now who is bringing the new edge skills to the table? And then contemporary skills is bringing. He uses design thinking in HR. He or she uses digitalization in HR. He or she is doing creativity in HR. He or doing some, what do you call it? When you say Uber, what do you call it? Uber, they not turn around, no? What is that? This is a jargon, no?
Waiting time.
No. మధ్యలో వచ్చి ఒక తుఫాన్ లాగా చేస్తారు. So I'll get a word for that. So it's not breakthrough.
Search.
No, something such a word is there. So those skills. So I prefer him. No? Somebody is bringing design thinking in HR. Somebody digitalization in HR. Creativity in HR. So something totally different is bringing, offbeat ideas to HR, then I prefer. That's how it grow. So domain, behavioral, business, then the competitive as the new age skills. So you bring in, then you prefer in that. So actually, the fourth one is common for all managers actually. That answer is for all. The fourth one is the answer.
So I have a question, sir. Like, see, today if you see the entrepreneurs who starts a new startup or something, they focus a lot on business model and not really focusing on the people. Now my question is, as an entrepreneur, how do they need to think? Do you think that they having a HR who can take care of all these things is a preferable thing, or they actually trying to learn all these things and they actually play all that role, or it has to be both? What combination really works and how actually it has to go? Which is what would be the right approach to that?
Wherever there are people, those people have to be cared.
Yes.
Okay. For people, you have got machinery. You have to care for the machine. You have to maintain the machine. So people, wherever there are people have to care. Okay. That's what people care. That's all. Entire people management is people care. Now, who will do is not important. Whether they are being cared for or is important. That means in a small company, the owner is doing it. In a large company, one HR manager is doing. In a bigger company, one HR, one IR, one HRD, one welfare is doing. It's okay. Who is doing is a structure. What is being done is more important. Whether people are being cared or not. People care. What is that people care? Are we taking care of their competency? Are we motivating him? Are we providing the climate? Who does is not important. So we get into the structure. Fine, it's a new company. The owner directly does HR. Okay, it's okay. As long as people are being taken care, it's okay. If it is a larger company, so they are taking an HR. They outsource. There are companies who will take care of 50% of what you do. So compliances they can do, your salary management they can do, your trainings they can do. So these are all structural issues. But so far the employee is concerned, he needs these three things all the time. I'm coming back to that. Who does? So there are models employed. You can outsource it to somebody. You can outsource. You can get a consultant. And in a large company like Adani or Reliance, HR is being in for example Reliance. HR reports to one of the owners. That means he is the CHRO. It's fine. As long as HR is being done, it's fine. These are structural issues. Instead of reporting to the CEO, it's reporting to one of the EDs. So it's fine. Those are structural. But what is important is he being cared? People are being taken care of. What is taken care? Then that experience comes. Employee experience. You are saying customer experience. I am talking employee experience. Do employees experience the care? Care is the
Important.
That's it. Care. I am taking care. There is a people care for me. That's it. Taken care. I answered.
100%.
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
If you don't,
సో సార్ మీరు చెప్పారు కదా ఇప్పుడు ఒక హెచ్ఆర్ని చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి అంటే if you choose a HR, like if you are selecting a HR, she should have domain skills, business skills, new age skills, whatever. Like we are choosing. Like there will be like personality kind of check. Like HR should look like this. HR should have some height or
No.
some personality.
No, it's not that. But then typically, if you want to describe an HR in physiological terms, HR should be healthy. HR should be healthy. So if you are not healthy, how can I tell people you should go to a gym, you know. No more. So health wise, you should be good. Should smile. Should smile. Use both the ears.
Listening.
Large ears, smaller mouth,
More patient.
smaller mouth, very strong nose. What is happening? Why he suddenly took half day leave? Immediately ask, why did you take leave? Hope everything okay. But that immediate thing is required. The immediate concern. Okay, everything okay. Suddenly you took leave, okay. So that will happen if you are smelling. No? You should be able to smell the place, ability to smell. So these are physically you are saying this is not there.
HR should have that attire, should maintain that attire, sir.
You should look healthy. You should look.
No, sir.
Dressing and all.
Dressing and all.
Dressing and all, you should always HR
Decent.
should be decent. No? Because people will follow you.
Yeah.
Follow you. I'll just make a point. I'm diverting. Okay. You raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Make a circle. Okay. Now bring the hand down. Now raise your right hand. Make a circle. Bring it down. Okay. Raise your right hand. Make a circle. Please do what I say. Please do what I say. Please do what I say. Bring your circle. Bring your circle to the chin. So
Everything is wrong.
means that people watch HR. We will do what you do. We will do what you do. You come late, I will also come late.
You take less leave, then you
What
Only
is
concentration momentum.
So I said, you do what I say, but actually you are doing what I do. So instead of seeing what I do, what I say, you went to what I do. That's what. So what I do is important. People will follow the leaders. They observe. So they follow what you do. If you shout at your people, then you go and shout at your team members. The boss shouts at the team leader will go and shout because that becomes culture. Hope I have communicated super.
Sir, so you mentioned about the HR qualities and all. If I can go little deep, see, performance management is something you need to really have as a company and all, right? So, what are the best practices on establishing, making sure you track it, and then again take the corrective actions and all. So, it might be a bigger subject. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
We'll go to the core.
Yes.
You can give any name.
Mm.
You can give any name.
Mm.
What must be done are 5 things.
Mm.
So no compromise. Huh?
Mm.
Name you can give anything.
Mm.
Are you setting goals before the tenure starts?
Yes.
Tenure can be year, tenure can be month, it can be financial year, it can be calendar year, I don't know. Are you setting goals? That means the whole thing is called goal setting.
Yes.
Okay? Before the tenure starts, called goal setting. Number 2, is there a periodic review? Is there a system of periodic review? Number 3, is there a giving and receiving feedback? Performance feedback. We are all everything around performance. is there a system of evaluating performance, that means performance evaluation, on agreed parameters, not parameters, agreed parameters. You are the HR manager, beginning of the year I have agreed with you, there should not be any vacant position in this company for more than 60 days. 60 days is agreed, the agreement. 60 days is the limit, no? So you will give a report, so this is 72 days, this is 48 days and all, okay. Out of 19 times you have done. I have agreed, parameter was agreed, no? That was a parameter. Okay. Now last one, fourth things were done. Fifth one, are we using the outcome of the system for development? I not use the word increment, not use the word promotion. Development. Are you using the outcome of this for development? If you are doing it, you are doing a robust performance system. You can do anything else beyond this. These are the basics. Are you following this or not? You see. If you do this, 80% is done. If you are doing this, 80% done. People may do 360 appraisal, people may do dashboard appraisal, people do all kinds. These are all I see. This is basic. Are you doing? Question yourself. Are you doing this?
So your KPIs, everything will come
Come
under
under
setting goals.
Number one.
You need to define the parameters, you need to set the
Number
numbers.
one.
Everything has to be quantitative.
And 4 and 1 are correlated parameters.
This is not
Agreed
really
parameters, no,
quantitative.
agreed parameters.
Exactly.
In the beginning of the year, there should be agreement.
Mm.
Customer facing hours, 36 customer facing hours per quarter. Agreed parameter. Parameter, agreed parameter.
So as the business model change, maybe the goals and also
Do you review? You review the parameters, no?
Then
You
you
review the
set the
target.
goals and the tenures
No,
to
you
be.
can review after a week. I said, is there a review mechanism? I can review the goals. I can review the parameters also. I can review the parameters also.
Exactly.
So review. Is there a review system? That's it. Rest, you can do 360, you can do dashboard, all I see. But this, are you doing this or not? So I do 360, but 360 on ad hoc parameters. So I take opinion for 10 people, but on ad hoc. How did she do last year? Very good, very good. What basis? Then I say average is good. But the 360 is all useless for me. There is no parameter for judging good or bad. If there is a parameter, you give me, no. On a parameter, you tell me whether it is 4 by 5 or 5 by 5. Making sense?
Wonderful. Super. So maybe moving on, see, definitely there will be like when the teams are of 10 people, 20 people, maybe 30, up to this kind of team, maybe the senior people can watch the people closely and they'll be able to monitor and all these things. But as you scale, there is a lot of delegation which need to happen, and there are a lot of skills which the top line leaders need to really develop themselves, right?
Yeah.
So, any like top practices which you think are something which are important?
So only on people management we discuss,
Yes.
not on other things. So people management subject. Do you think the top management should do everything? No.
No.
Top management should make the people management strategy. Communicate the people management strategy. Top management should make the strategy, communicate the strategy, and listen to the voice of the people. That's all top management should do. Top management should not do anything else. Line managers should do the rest with the help of HR, not HR with the line of line. Line manager should drive this, all HR, with the help of HR, not the reverse. I didn't say HR should drive with the help of line, no. Line managers, you should set goals for your team. Why should HRs? You
Yes.
take the help of HR.
Only for the
You should
mechanism.
develop your people. HR, take help of HR. Now many companies will say it is HR's job. Your people are not getting trained, sir, it is HR's job. No, it is your job. You take the help of HR. HR has got an expertise. Which course is good, they will tell you. Which format is good, they will tell you. But you have to set the goal, you have to review, you have to give feedback. HR will not give you, take the feedback and give it to you. You should have a system of giving and receiving feedback. Getting? So, line managers, you have to empower the line managers to drive the people practices. Then, when the organization is becoming bigger, one HR cannot do it, one CEO cannot do it. Line managers are more numbers. In a company, line managers are always more, no? There will be one HR manager, there will be 10 line managers. One CEO, you are limited. HR manager, CEO, they are limited. Line managers are more. 5, 10, 10. Use them.
Make the strategy.
Communicate the strategy.
And listen to the voice of people. Only do that much. You don't do anything else.
Lot of questions are coming to my mind, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have to ask.
So, after you do the performance management and all these things, obviously I think you need to take care of the employees through your rewards and recognitions and all these things.
In my model, I never talk about rewards. Are you using it for development? I said. Yes, see.
Yes.
I never said you give promotion, you give increment. No.
Only development.
I said development.
We give development for them.
That means, don't say I am doing it for deciding increment. By the way, I will use it for increment also. This whole performance management, I am not doing for deciding increment. By the way, while deciding increment, I will look at this also. By the way,
Understand.
while deciding increment, by the way, when I decide promotion, I look at this also. This I am doing it only for reward development. How you can do it better next year? What more you can do? What other support you require? Only for that I am doing all this. If you can bring that, this is ideal state. If you can bring this. Otherwise people will say, sir, this is increment time. This is PMS time. People will say, what is increment time, PMS time? Sir, I have to complete the appraisals. Increments have to be decided. So you are linking increment and I have told in some of the company, you do performance appraisal in April, decide increment in October. Forget. Link dealing, no? Decide increments in October. Don't know. In a company, a startup company said, you give increments promotion in October. This performance management do it in April. People will not see any linkage, no? Why I am doing it? Sir, anyway, sir, you will do it in October. No, this I have to do your training plan, no? I have to prepare your training plan. I have to. If you don't do appraisal of last year, how do you set your goals for next year? No, you need more people, no? I have to see. You are overloaded, underloaded, so I have to prepare your training plan. Got the point now? So I am putting the pressure on development, mind. And increment I will do in April, October. So people will forget. No, anyway, this paper I will use it in October, no?
Yes.
I will use it in October. So dealing. No, these are all ways of doing it. We call it dealing increment from appraisal. So then appraisal will be authentic. Otherwise people will do all calculations. ఎంతమందికి ఏ ఇవ్వాలి ఎంతమందికి పి ఇవ్వాలి ఈ ఆల్ give it.
ఇయర్ లో ఎన్ని టైమ్స్ మన పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ చేయాలి సార్?
That
పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఎవాల్యుయేషన్
that,
హౌ మెనీ
that
టైమ్స్?
reviews. We are saying quarterly, but even if you do half yearly, it's great.
Half year.
Even half yearly, it's great. But we are saying
For
quarterly.
us, like,
We are
quarterly is
recommending
actually
quarterly.
healthy.
We are saying quarterly because now all companies are doing quarterly reviews. We should do performance review also, management also quarterly. Better. Because all companies are doing quarter. So we are recommending.
People are more aligned, I think.
Yeah, quarterly people are aligned.
Yeah, they'll understand what need to do. They have a time period to even adjust also.
Quarterly is good, no? and you really change the targets. Somebody is in a difficult market, change the targets. So people will start believing you. అంటే స్టార్టింగ్లో 100 రాశారంటే 100 కాదు, no, in that market you only do 80, you correct it, then they will believe you. There's an authentic system going on. Somewhere you say no, you can do 120 because a competitor shop close అయిపోయింది, you can do 120. Suppose he is doing one area, ఆ ఏరియాలో ఇంకొకటి ఉండేవాడు, వాడు క్లోజ్ అయిపోయింది, సో యూ కెన్ డూ 120. ఎస్ సార్, ఐ కెన్ డూ 120, ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఇస్ ఐ నీడ్ one more assistant. Okay, done. So you can, if you do this, people will start believing in the review system. లేదా ఎందుకు రివ్యూ 100 చేయాలి, అవన్నీ ఓన్లీ ఆన్ పేపర్. దే లాస్ట్ ఫర్ అవర్ ఎనీవే యూ డు 100 ఓన్లీ, విచ్ ఐ కాంట్ డూ అలా అంటాడు. నేను చేయలేను, దిస్ ఓన్లీ ఆన్ పేపర్. So if you change, then if really review, then people will become authentic. So I'm very
One more thing.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So basically మనం ఈ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అంటే హై ఇన్ MNCs usually people do generic they give the hikes without having meetings with employees, without having information, I mean not information what they have done before. They couldn't sit and tell to the employees, and while they are doing hikes, eventually they'll do hikes with all employees in the same ratio. But in startups, it won't happen, right? So how do we do the strategy while we are giving hike? We should have meeting with the employee. We should have the discussion or share the things both of.
So I'll tell you two answers. One answer is, here is the position, how much salary this manager should drop. After increment also, it goes into salary, So that two.
Reduce expected.